Oh boy, does this feel better.
It's about time that you got a bloody haircut.
I forgot you existed.
I am forever and eternal.
Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this year's newest biopic with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my
Bohemian Rhapsody, more or less, is the story of Freddie Mercury. You don't really get much about the rest of the band, although they do play a big part, but for all intents and purposes, this is Freddie's story. And you start with him being an absolute nobody and joining the band that would become Queen all the way to his Live Aid performance in 1985. Going into this film, people were hyping it up to a ridiculous degree. Like,
oh my god, this is a flawless film about Freddie Mercury, who is one of the greatest humans alive, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this film. Oh my god, it's amazing, you will love it. Anything you have heard about this film it's multiply it by 20,000. That's how good this film is.
And so when people hype stuff up that much for me, I tend to be like, okay, what's actually wrong with it? I'm happy to say, though, that while watching this movie, it was pretty freaking amazing. The guy who played Freddie Mercury, and you guys should know me by now, I'm terrible with names, and this one seems pretty simple, but I cannot say this. For some reason, I don't know. I always get it wrong. But he did such a damn good job. Like, it was like watching a freaking clone. Like, everything from the teeth down to the way he moved and the way he acted on stage, it was... oh my god, it was like I said, it was like watching a clone. He did such a fantastic job. Really, everyone in the film did amazing. There wasn't one performance where I saw anybody slipping. Everyone was committed to their parts and everyone acted the hell out of them. And a lot of them look a lot like their real life counterparts, from the guys in the band to the people playing Freddie's parents. Like, they just did such a great job with this casting. And the way it was written, like, there were several parts in this that I thought were hilarious, where Freddie Mercury would just snap back with some, like, really diva-ish kind of stuff. But it was just so funny to hear. Apparently, though, like, in real life, Freddie Mercury was really, like, standoffish and introverted, as opposed to this very extroverted person that is portrayed in this film. But I mean, little stuff like that you can't really get too mad at, and I'm not mad at it at all. You know, it's more exciting to watch somebody who is bursting out of their shell rather than someone who's just kind of standing there like... And this film is shot like... Bryan Singer directed this film, and he did some amazing camera things. Like, a lot of the musical parts of the film, whether they be the concert portions or when they are just working on songs that would turn into their biggest hits, they were almost overly stylized, but it worked because it was portraying this overly stylized human in Freddie Mercury. So it just made sense to have these extravagant editing techniques and like these weird light shows while things were happening. And it was like, while I was watching it, I was like, I don't think I'm high, but I might be. One part of the film that I think they did a really great job on was showing this kind of internal struggle with Freddie Mercury between, you know, being gay in the 70s and early 80s, and should I let people know this? I mean, I'm married to a woman. What should I do? But on the flip side of that exact same thing, I will say there were some issues I had with the film. Oh, come on, not every film is perfect. I don't care how much you like Freddie Mercury. This thing that I'm talking about is something that I can't really fault the filmmakers for, because they crammed a whole lot of a lifetime into not even 2.5 hours. So there were several parts that felt incredibly rushed. Like, I don't know much about the history of Queen. Like, I like Queen, but they're not one of the bands that I, know the whole backstory to. So at the beginning of the film, when Freddie Mercury joins this band, and then a year later they're on tour, and then they get signed, and then they're making Bohemian Rhapsody, it happens really fast, and I had a really hard time connecting to what they were trying to tell me. I was like, oh, I guess Freddie and this girl are in love now. Oh God, okay, they're getting married now. Wait, hold on, slow down. There's even another part where I was referring to his internal conflict. It was like when they hit, like, I don't want to say the peak, but peak of their fame, Freddie, like, starts getting, like, really depressed, and, like, as if this is something he's dealt with the whole time, and I caught no sense of that through the entire film. Now, maybe they were just trying to be like, oh, this is what the fame and the fortune is doing to him, but the way they portrayed it and the way people talked, at least to me, was as if this was how Freddie was the whole time. He was this flamboyant diva, but he was also, didn't want to be alone and was depressed, but I never got that. There were also a couple of generic portions of the film where it just seemed really formulaic, like, oh, these two people who used to be really close are having a fight. Let's have it raining outside now, because, rain is sad, right? Yes? Rain is sad. Rain goes in sad parts of movies. This is a sad part of the movie, so we will have it rain. Yes? Yes. Overall, though, these things that I found wrong with the film are not big enough to take away from the overall enjoyment of everyone's performances and the music and the acting and just everything. This may not be a flawless film, but it is a really damn good one. So I'm going to say that Bohemian Rhapsody deserves nothing less than an A. Have you guys seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet? If so, let me know down in the comments what you thought. Or, what is your favorite biopic? Whether it be a musician, such as Ray or Walk the Line, or just something about some famous person ever. What is your favorite? Let me know what you think. Go like my Facebook page. The link to that is in the description. That way you will never miss whenever an update for the channel comes around. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe so that I can see you guys next week.
Your hair could still be shorter, though.
Shut up.